This is a smaller game that they showed off. This is a cel-shaded style game, but it's an action RPG as well. So if you guys didn't have a chance to watch the Xbox Game Showcase, I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of these games that really caught my eye and that Microsoft really wanted to show off. So the first game that they put on their showcase is Fable. Yes, there is going to be another installment of the Fable chapter. This one I was kind of misled on. When they led with the story from the Giants' perspective, I absolutely thought that it was going to be a completely different game. And honestly, I'm kind of let down by it. I genuinely thought that whatever this game was going to be from the Giants' perspective and not the hero myth of Fable. A few games have actually done this in the past, and I think it's a really unique perspective. The next game that came up was called South of Midnight. This one looks like it's very dark and set in the backwater swamps of Louisiana. Between the skeleton playing the guitar and just the environment overall, I really expect this one to have a lot of magic involvement, a lot of deep lore, and a lot of kind of mysticism that goes along with the deep south of Louisiana. This one actually didn't give too many details other than a girl walking up to the skeleton and asking him if he had seen a certain creature. This one left a lot of things open by not exactly telling you what it was. Third on our list was Star Wars Outlaw. This one is put together by Ubisoft in conjunction with Lucas Games, and this one to me looks like a typical action adventure game set in the Star Wars universe. I don't really know if we need another Star Wars game so soon, since Jedi Outcast just got released, but I know the Star Wars fans are going to be excited for this one. When they first showed the female protagonist, I honestly thought this was going to be like Han Solo's daughter, because they also showed Han Solo being transported in carbonite. The next one of note is Persona 3 Reload. So this is going to be like a remaster, a redone, a republished version of Persona 3 to kind of bring it into the current generation of console. I personally am not a Persona fan, but I've got lots of friends who really love the Persona series, and if you love the Persona series, this one is definitely going to be worth a play. If you are a Sea of Thieves fan, The Legend of Monkey Island, this is like an expansion for Sea of Thieves. If you guys don't know what the game Monkey Island is, do a quick Google search. It's actually an old computer game from the late 80s, early 90s. Kind of had a cult following back in the day, and they've actually done a few things with it, actually within recent years. And now they've actually thrown Sea of Thieves into the mix. I think this is a cool mashup. The pirates from Sea of Thieves go perfect into the actual theme of Monkey Island, and you actually get to see an aged returning hero of Monkey Island. Another one that people I know are excited for is the brand new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is just a massive expansion to what is currently happening with Flight Simulator. So you can do air racing, air rescue, low altitude tactics, glider pilot, and even more parts of our world to actually fly over and see. If you like what I'm doing here, consider smashing that subscribe button, share this video. Next game they showed off coming out in 2024 is Senua's Saga, that is Hellblade 2. This one again was very kind of cryptic, didn't really talk much about the game. It did have an introduction from one of the character actors, and then more of a setup where the characters experience some things that you'll go through in the game. The next big one they touted was Forza Motorsports. So as part of their IRL introduction, they actually partnered with GM for this game. The new wave of Forza Motorsports is going to lean heavy into the GM architecture. It does of course have all the classic things that you love about Forza, from your car building and your racing and competitions and all that great stuff. This one actually releases October 10th. We have a specific date of this year, 2023. This is a smaller game that they showed off, and it's called Dungeons of Hinterberg. This is a cel-shaded style game, but it's an action RPG as well. It looks like it's a blend of modern technologies with a whole lot of hack and slash swordplay. Your character is a female protagonist. She carries a backpack. She's wearing modern clothes, but she's also going through the world defeating enemies with a very futuristic looking style sword. This one really caught my eye because of the cel shading artwork and because I think it's going to have an interesting story to it. Keanu Reeves, the madman himself, introduced the new cyberpunk game Phantom Liberty. So Keanu Reeves actually returns as your favorite character, Johnny Silverhand, in this one. You pair up with a female protagonist from the original Cyberpunk 2077 game and are questing to find a cure for what is killing her. A lot of people gave Cyberpunk a really bad rap when it got released because it was kind of rough, but I think this is going to be a really good addition to the Cyberpunk family, and definitely credit for CD Projekt Red for continuing through all the mess and stuff that they had to go through. One of the games that looked most interesting to me is Avowed. I'm sure you guys have seen some things about Avowed kind of pop up here and there. This one is being produced by Obsidian. Yes, the same same Obsidian that made your favorite Fallout New Vegas. This Avowed looks really interesting. In my mind, after seeing the gameplay, it immediately made me think of Skyrim with guns. Now, these aren't super technologically advanced guns, but they definitely seem to fit into the world of Avowed, which almost has like a steampunk quality to it. You have pistols and geared machines, and I think this is going to be an excellent game on the same levels of Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds. And of course, the big one that everybody waited for that got its own direct showing is of course Starfield. I'm actually not going to talk about Starfield right now. It is just way too big a game to try to squeeze into 2 seconds. So there you guys have it. Those are just some of the games that really caught my attention and some of my thoughts on them. Overall, Microsoft showed off 25 different games. If you guys haven't seen this, you can go to the Xbox YouTube page, and I'll also put a link in the description if you want to watch the entire Xbox game showcase. I think my favorite thing about the entire Xbox showcase is that 99% of these games will be available day one on Game Pass. Thanks for watching, y'all. Leave me a comment. Let me know which was your favorite game on the showcase, and we will see you guys in the next one.